Hi, it has been a long while since last ako nagbibigay ng series of lectures sa inyo. The new issues concerning us backyard hog farmers ay ang case na nangyayari ngayon sa Leyte. Ang Leyte has been stricken by the ASF daw. A case which until now will not come to my mind na nangyayari because to me it is otherwise unless it will be proven by laboratory results. Now ngayon, sa other parts of the Visayas area na hindi pa tinamaan, this goes to all parts of the country na walang tama at saka yung mga natapos na yung case nila. I would like to tell everybody how to be very serious sa pag-aalaga natin ng baboy na kung saan kung sama-sama tayo lahat maiiwasan natin yung pagkakasakit. Kasi the mere fact na nagkakasakit yung mga alaga natin and then pagka may sunod-sunod, chances are, i-declare talaga nilang ASF. And worst, wala silang proof, wala silang laboratory results kung di ASF lang. Now, to me, para natin maiiwasan, there are some pointers or tips onto how paano natin maiwasan ang pagkakasakit ng mga alaga natin para hindi tayo tatawaging yung mga sakit ng mga baboy natin hindi tatawaging ASF. Una, the very first on the list ay ang pag-maintain ng kulungan natin ng baboy into a temperature kung pwede lang 30, not less than 30 degrees centigrade 24/7. It will be okay during daytime kasi nandyan si haring araw to increase the temperature. Ang masama or ang hindi natin makakayang gawin kung hindi natin pag-iisipan kung paano ay sa gabi. Now, if this happens, nababanggit ko na previously na because of the pandemic, nagkakaroon tayo ng cooling down effect. Ang issue or ang concern in the past before the pandemic ay ang global warming in which this is no longer happening by now. Pansinin nyo, the months of December, January, and February of last year, that will include March, ay mas mainit kaysa a month after the pandemic was declared. Bakit? Because after the pandemic, ang daming nag-shutdown. Plantas, factories, that includes vehicles, mga sasakyan, barko, thereby causing the reduction, a great reduction in the environmental pollution. Now, because of this, nabawasan ang environmental pollution. There were reports from the NASA na unti-unting naghihilom or gumagaling ang ozone layer natin. Lumiliit yung mga sinasabi nila dating butas, which threatens the Earth for global warming. Na ngayon, since naghilom siya, lumiliit, si ozone layer has been functioning very well now. Kung saan, nasasala niya na yung heat wave from the heat of the sun. Kahit na nandoon si haring araw sa kabilang dako ng mundo, during the global warming, yung heat wave, nararamdaman natin dito sa atin kahit gabi. Now ngayon, because of the healing of the ozone layer, hindi na natin nararamdaman yung init na yan sa gabi. Ang nangyayari is lumalamig. So I call it the cooling down effect. Now, how does this affect the pig industry? Actually, this is not only the pig industry kundi lahat ng hayop. It goes for cows, carabaos, goats, chickens. Na ang nangyayari because of the malamig na panahon. And sometime may mga napapansin ako in my phone na ang temperature is 18 degrees centigrade, which is far below sa nakasanayan natin. Now, ngayon, pagka ganito ang mga temperature natin, tayo sa loob ng bahay na kakaramdam tayo ng lamig, kahit saradong-sarado, may kumot pa tayo. Now, ngayon, yung mga baboy natin sa pen is at the mercy kung ano man lang ang kaya nating ibigay because kinuha natin sila sa natural habitat. Doon sana sa natural habitat, kaya nila hanapin kung saan yung mga fissures or singawan ng earth core na napakainit. Doon sila nagtatago. And this is not a problem kung nasa wild sila. Now ngayon, since they're at our mercy, kailangan naman is tulungan natin sila. What are we going to do? We will have to maintain a temperature of no less than 30 degrees centigrade 24/7. By doing so, pag mainit ang kulungan natin ng baboy, mababawasan natin yung humidity. When we say humidity, yung water content sa nalalanghap na hangin. Now ngayon, pag nakakalanghap tayo ng malamig na hangin, what will happen is nalalanghap din natin yung tubig doon sa malamig na hangin. Now, if you have observed, lumabas tayo ng bahay, in the middle of the night, early in the morning, may pumapasok na tubig sa ilong natin. Itong mga tubig na pumapasok sa ilong natin will accumulate in our lungs as well as in the lungs of our pigs. Now ngayon, pag nababad sa tubig ang mga baga, you already have this idea. May mga pasyente tayo, mga tao na nadadala sa ospital, sinasabi nila na may tubig sa baga. Na ngayon, complications will most likely to happen. Unang-unang nangyayari dyan is nabababad sa tubig yung baga, napupunit yung very thin lining sa baga, yung pinakabalot niya. Pag napunit siya, then the lungs will be prone to infections. Now, there are strains of bacterial infections na umaatake sa baga natin. Pag tinamaan yung baga natin with this infection, it takes 2, 3, 4, 5 days the most. Asymptomatic maybe. Hindi nararamdaman yung symptoms. Namamatay yung baboy natin. Then magtatanong tayo, Engineer, Sir, Technician, bakit namatay baboy ko? Bigla na lang. It is because of the accumulation of the water inhaled by the pigs na naiipon doon sa baga. There are also strains of this bacteria that contaminates or affects the lungs na medyo mabagal naman talaga bago makakamatay. Pero mapapansin natin unti-unting nahuhulog ang bigat or ang timbang or ang katawan ng baboy to the effect na bigla na lang hindi na natin kayang gamutin. So these factors must be addressed the soonest time possible. And now is the time. Not bukas, not tomorrow, not yesterday. Ngayon. What are we going to do with this? We will have to heat up our pen. Painitin natin ang kulungan natin ng baboy. Incandescent bulb. Yung mga sinasabi nilang infrared or whatever it is na makakapagpainit ng kulungan natin ng baboy will be always acceptable. But if you're going to ask me as an engineer, okay, an ordinary bulb, para within reasonable kaya ng bulsa. But still, I will have to request. I will need 5 100 watts of bulb sa kapraso mong pen. I will need 10 bulbs sa medyo malaki ng konti. And this is not realistic. This is not feasible sa pag-aalaga natin ng baboy. Hindi natin may imagine kung paano babayaran ang electric bills natin sa electric company. Now, ngayon, as always, tinuturo ko ito. And in my previous post on the Pig Encyclopedia, meron akong sinasabi na improvised heater. Improvised heater natin is something like this. Lata ng mantika. If you are familiar with that rectangular cylinder na nalalagyan ng mantika, what we're going to do with that is, for example, this is the lata. We're going to put something like 3 to 4 inches from the bottom. Then dito another 4 inches. Dito tayo maglalagay ng mga butas palibot. Then the upper portion, leave it as it is. Now ngayon, bubutasan natin yan sa next 4 inches from the bottom using pako or kutsilyo. Pag nagawa na natin paikot, we are going to cut or put branches of trees, branches ng mga kahoy na parang mga braso kalalaki. We're going to put it there. Isa or dalawa, sisigaan natin hanggang sa magbabaga na siya. Pag nagbabaga na siya, lagay natin sa, tatambakan natin siya ng freshly cut na mga kahoy sa ibabaw. And then we have to make sure the upper portion of the can, ang pinakaibabaw, we will have to seal it off. Silyado siya. The purpose of the sealing of this can is para delay natin yung pag-abo or pag-eat up ni baga doon sa mga kahoy na nilagay natin. So, in my experience, pag sinil off natin siya, the heat or yung baga doon sa loob will be there from dusk till dawn, mula takip silim hanggang madaling araw. Now, if we're not going to cover it, we will have to make sure na regularly nilalagyan natin siya ng kahoy. So, hindi na tayo matutulog. Now, ngayon, ang mga experience sa mga tinuturuan ko, yes sir, gagayahin ko yan, susundin ko yan. Sabihin nila, nagpainit naman ako sir, bakit nagkasakit pa yung baboy ko? Are you sure na yung init na pinapagawa ko sa inyo is there from dusk till dawn or hanggang nandudun lang kayo? In which in most instances, hanggang nandudun lang sila. Kasi hindi nila nagawa, hindi nila nasunod ng maayos yung instructions. Now, if we are going to do this, we are going to make sure na mainit ang kulungan natin ng baboy. Pag na-seal off na natin yung lata na yon, using tie wires, kawad, alambre, or whatever it is, how do we call it sa Tagalog, isasabit na natin siya sa loob ng pen. Igigitna natin sa pinaka-center na pinakamalapad ang maibibigay niyang heat. We just make sure na hindi maaabot ng baboy yung lata. Although mainit siya, psychologically hindi lalapit si baboy doon kasi mapapaso siya. But alam naman natin yung ugali ng baboy. Yung ugali ng baboy is nag-aaway, naghaharutan, magtutulakan. And there was one instance, tinuruan ko sila, the next time I go back sa kanila, puro tattoo ang mga biik. Nagkakanda paso-paso because of the baboy kasi one-track minded yan. Kung ano ang focus nila, yun na lang talagang ginagawa nila. They don't care what will happen unless they will experience severe pain na makakadistract ng focus nila during the time. So ngayon, pag nagagawa na natin yan, we are doing the reducing of the moisture content sa hangin na nalalanghap ng mga baboy natin. So, we are doing a big help sa mga alaga natin. So, I repeat, an improvised heater na dapat natin ginagawa para maiiwasan natin yung pagkakaroon ng problema sa mga alaga nating baboy. And, in addition, did you know na ang mainit na kulungan ng baboy ay iniiwasan or hindi nilalapitan ng lamok? Just like during summer seasons, wala tayong incidence ng lamok, what's more ng dengue. So it means if we just maintain a temperature during daytime na ililipat natin sa temperature sa gabi, mababawasan natin yung pagpasok ng lamok. There was one instance in testimonies na sa mga tinatuturuan ko na nag-a-absorb ng pagturo natin. Sir, napapansin ko dito sa isang sulok na ito ang daming dumi ng butike. Ngayon wala. Logic. Because wala nang makakain na lamok sa loob ng kulungan ng baboy ang butike. Hindi na siya maglalagi doon. So, that is one important proof, patunay na hindi talaga naglalapit na shadow yung lamok kung mainit ang lugar. Now, ano ang maitutulong kung walang presence ng lamok sa kulungan ng baboy? Pinakamalaking porsyento ng transmission ng parasites, bacteria, as well as virus ay galing sa lamok. They will always be a carrier of these parasites that will cause diseases. Now ngayon, kailangan pa ba natin sa alang-alang ang kalusugan ng mga alaga natin upon knowing this? Sana naman matututo na tayo. And then one more corrections. Itong tinuturo kong artificial heater. Minsan sinasabi, sir, nagpausok ako. No. It is not the usok that drives this lamok away. Because kahit yung heater natin, pag hindi na siya umuusok, wala pa rin lamok. Then, another concern. Sir, yung usok, masosuffocate ang baboy ko. No. Because our elementary school teacher, as well as our bombero, firemen, the fire department teaches us na when we are trapped in a building na nasusunog, drop to the floor. Because ang usok hindi bababa ng lower than 2 feet from the ground. Ngayon, ang alam ko, ang baboy ko is nasa sahig ang nguso and is not going to look up. Hindi yan magtitingala unless siguro mayroon siyang respiratory problem kung saan is naghahanap na lang siya ng hangin. Pero kahit na nga, kasi ang baboy na may respiratory problem, nakatungo palagi, nakayuko yan. Now, ngayon, this must correct your attitude. Ang artificial heater natin is not pausok, but it is a heater in itself. And the usok will never go down lower than 2 feet from the floor line. Now ngayon, if mayroon tayong heater, lalagyan din naman natin ng tabing. Lagyan natin ng trapal, sako, tolda, or whatever it is na tinatawag natin. I-enclose natin yung pen natin to make sure na yung heat from the artificial heater is enclosed. But, hindi lang basta natin i-enclose. We will have to lower down the topmost ng trapal or tabing or whatever we called it ng no less than 18 inches, 1 foot and a half up to 2 feet from the floor roof line. Kasi that will give enough space for the usok, for the ammonia na nanggagaling sa dumi at ihi ng baboy to float. Kung mainit ang loob ng kulungan natin ng baboy, our science will always tell us lumulutang yung gas kung mas mainit. So nakakatulong na naman ulit tayo. So we will have to make sure na mayroon. Kasi ang malalaking farm, I am not talking for the malalaking farm, I am talking to you as a backyard farmer. Pero sa mga malalaking farm, there are buildings for their piggeries na tinatawag nilang monitor type. Yung mayroong ganon, tsaka may ganyan pa. And then ang gilid is open, singawan. Meron din silang semi-monitor na nakaganyan. Pero sa atin kasi, cable type lang. Ordinaryong bahay ang pagkakalagay. So, I am helping each and every one of you as a backyard farmer, not as a big piggery. Now, nagagawa na natin itong heating up of the pen. Sana nakatulong tayo. Now, if I may proceed, ang next nating magiging problema is the biosecurity. Strict implementations of the biosecurity. Doon papasok ang Roberts formula. It was actually discovered nung baguhan tayo. I have to attend to the backyard farmers, nanghihingi ng tulong. Then, nakikita ko nandun sa may kulungan ng baboy yung poso. Doon sila naglalaba. Anong ginagawa mo dyan sa pinagbanlawan mo? Buhos mo doon. Along with it is the Sunrox and the detergent powder. Buhos mo doon para naman pampatay ng bacteria, because given na yung Sunrox is antibacterial and also the soap powder. Doon nag-umpisa yung curiosity ko with the chemistry I have 10 units of chemistry. So, nagtuturo sa akin kung paano magiging effective ang pinapagawa ko sa tao. Now, ngayon, itong Roberts formula natin, nagiging controversial na nung una, gusto ng iba, sisirain ako. Because maybe, nasapawan sila, nawalan sila ng source of income. I just don't know kung bakit. But still, I will have to share this with all of you. The Roberts formula is 200 ml of Sunrox, 200 ml of dishwashing liquid, and 4 handful of detergent powder. Ganito. 4 lang nito. I-dilute natin yan sa 200 liters of water. With that proportion, it's going to be tolerable. Pwede yan mainom ng baboy, ng biik, ng buntis. Anything in excess will be always wrong. Nakakasama talaga yan. Pero within tolerable level, nakakatulong. Now, there was one who gave a testimony of what I have been telling him to do so. Here is John Patrick Arellano from Tugigaraw. He has 600 SAW level due to common complaints about sa pagbababoy, baho. Ipapasara na siya. Binisita na siya. Pinuntahan siya for the purpose of justifying the complaints. Pagpunta doon, walang may naamoy. He has to stop first for the biosecurity. Spray, foot bath. Pagpasok, hinanapan siya ng reasons. Walang may naamoy na reasons for the closure. Walang may nakitang langaw. Hindi pa nakontento yung team because they will have to find reasons para maipasara. They check on the drainage. Wala ni kiti-kiti. Now ngayon, it so happened na he has this program or cycle na yung waste ng kanyang mga baboy ay ginagawa niya as fertilizer sa kanyang papaya plantation. He excavated the tank regularly, dry it up. Now, doon nag-focus ang raiding team. In-extract nila. While nag-i-extract, wala silang may nakitang reason. Wala silang may nakitang amoy. What I mean is, wala silang may naamoy. Bakit kaya? Now, let me explain. Since the formula is being suggested na it has to be there sa bawat patak ng tubig na kailangan ng baboy natin, be it drinking, paligo at hugas, dapat nandun siya. So, regularly tuwing may dumadaloy na tubig, nandoon yung formula natin. Dadaloy siya doon sa kanal, dadaloy doon sa septic tank, sa deposito. Permanently, mayroon siyang formula. Permanently, pinapatay niya ang mga bakterya. And it is the bacteria that causes the odor. You leave your food on the table. After 4 hours, after buong araw, mabaho na siya. It is the bacteria in action. Now, since permanently nandun si Robert's formula sa kanal ni John Patrick Arellano, hindi nangangamoy pati yung tae ng baboy niya. Kasi patay lahat ng bakterya and there is no reason na magdidecay siya causing the decay. Now ngayon, with this, it's going to be part of the biosecurity na gagawin natin. 1. Second, if we are going to make sure na there is a threat around, do the formaldehyde solution. Formaldehyde solution, what is this? The formalin, yung ginagamit pang imbalsamo ng patay. A 10% solution of that. 16 liters of sprayer ni farmer, yung ginagamit pang spray sa palayan. That is 16 liters capacity. Lagyan mo ng 10% is 1.6 liters of, you minus 1.6 from the 16 liters and then you put in 1.6 liters of the formalin, that is 10% solution, and then you spray it sa outskirts ng piggery mo. You just make sure if may laman ang piggery mo, iwasan naman natin na makapasok yung mist. Mist lang naman kasi ang tinatapon ni sprayer para hindi malalanghap ng baboy because it is also not good for the pigs. Na ngayon, walang may mabubuhay with the Roberts formula. No single-celled organisms mabubuhay with the Roberts formula. much more with the formalin. Nakikita natin, tuturukan natin yung bangkay, hindi mangangamoy for depende kung kailan natin ililibing ang bangkay. Yes, do you think maghihintay pa ba si virus, bacteria, and parasites to regain re-entry sa piggery natin for 1 week? Didn't you ever think na pagtalikod ni disinfectants, papasok na ulit siya? Di bali ng mild pero tuloy-tuloy. Kung sa Inchik language ng Chinese, I do not endorse or something sa mga Chinese because may mga concerns tayo ngayon. But, kahit pa konti-konti basta tuloy-tuloy. Hintayin natin. 1 week ngayon, then after another week, mag-disinfect ulit tayo. Ang disinfectant will always be effective only after a day. After that, papasok sa hihintayin mo ulit after the 7th day bago ka mag-disinfect ulit. No, a big no. Hindi pa pwede yung ganyang klaseng management. And who told you that? Hindi pa pwede yan. Frequency ng disinfections, after ilang araw ba? After ilang linggo ba? No, no, no. Hindi pa pwede. You will have to do the disinfection on a daily basis. Na ngayon, pag ginagawa natin using the Roberts formula, tuloy-tuloy tayo nagdi-disinfect. Each time may ginagamit tayong tubig sa pen natin. As uulitin ko ulit, drinking, paligo, and hugas. How does this work? Una, hugas. With the dishwashing liquid, alam natin ang nangyayari sa pinggan natin pagka maraming sebo, maraming mantika. Tanggal ang nagmamantika na dumi ng baboy natin. A very effective feeds causes a very mamantika na dumi. Now, ngayon, if we're going to use the disinfectant with the Roberts formula, tanggal kagad yung nagmamantika na dumi. Now, ngayon, si Sunrox, si detergent powder, they are antibacterial. In our nawasa, in our drinking water, long before the purified water was introduced, yan naman ang iniinom natin tubig. Bakit tayo matatakot? Kung iniinom nga ng tao, bakit tayo matatakot na ipapainom sa baboy natin? So, ipapainom natin. And the formula will kill single-celled organisms. And these single-celled organisms are the virus, bacteria, and parasites on contact. And that will give you no reason para matakot. Now, ngayon, ito na ang tinuturo ko na ayaw tanggapin. Pero ngayon, almost everybody has been enjoying this. Including those na ayaw tumanggap, ayaw lang nila tanggapin to themselves na they are now using the Roberts formula to the advantage kung seryoso sila nagbababoy. You are still welcome. You are given the opportunity to call me, PM me, na sir, pasensya ka na. I had been using your formula after na-realize ko. Now, that goes for the biosecurity. Pasok tayo, isa pang factor. Increasing the immune system of our pigs. Because a strong immune system will lessen the chances of getting sick. maiiwasan natin yung pagkakasakit ng alaga natin kung matibay ang immune system. The same thing kung nag-aalaga tayo ng mga anak natin. Sabi ni doktor, you give this, para ma-boost natin immune systems ng mga anak natin. The same thing sa baboy. The more na dapat magiging focus tayo sa baboy because paano natin ilaalagaan yung baboy, napakadumi. Unlike sa mga anak natin, napakalinis. Halos hindi nga natin padadapuan sa lamok. Na ngayon yung baboy natin at our mercy. Kung gusto natin sila palamukan, hayaan mo na. Lalamukin yan. Baboy lang naman yan. But if we're going to be very serious sa pag-aalaga ng baboy, let us all take note of what I had been telling you. Maybe itong mga sinasabi ko will take an hour, but I guess it's worth listening. It's worth absorbing. Now, ito. The next na topic natin is the nutritional advantage. Kung maganda ang pagbigay natin ng nutrition sa mga baboy natin, the lesser chances are na magkakasakit sila. How are we going to do this? We must make sure na hindi sila agad-agad nagkakasakit. How are we going to detect this? Detection, kung paano natin sila ma-determine na may problema. Una, yung mga baboy eating behavior nila. Alam naman natin na pag marami tayong baboy or 1, 2, or 3, nag-aagawan ng pagkain, itutulak ng isa, aalis ang nadedehado, pero hahanap ng sisingitan, papasok ulit dun kung saan siya pwedeng sumingit. That is the normal attitude ng healthy pig. Ngayon, pagka nakikitaan natin, we will always have to be very observant sa bawat kain ng baboy natin. Pag nakikitaan natin siya ng problema, ganito ang unang problema. Tinulak siya, umayaw siya, gumilid, hindi na bumalik. There is already something wrong with him or her. Kung yung baboy na yun, may problema na siya. Isa yan, natatandaan natin. Kahit napuntahan natin siya, habulin natin, ang bilis tumakbo. Pero there is already something wrong with that pig. Hindi pa pwede na kung kailan na lang lugmok na, ayaw na tumayo, ayaw na kumain, tsaka tayo magre-reklamo, Sir, bakit? Baboy ko ayaw na kumain, ayaw na gumalaw, ayaw minom ng tubig. That is a very wrong attitude. Noong umpisa pa lang na hindi na siya kumain, hindi na siya nakikipagsingitan sa mga kasamahan niya, there must be something wrong. Gagawa na natin ng paraan. Because mas madali para kay engineer, para kay sir, gamutin yan. Kaysa yung hihintayin natin na milagro na lang ang kakailanganin. Now ngayon, when it comes to asking me about problems with your pig, never expect me to do miracles. We have to undergo healing process. Kailangan muna pakonti-konti. Hindi yan parang milagro na hinawakan lang ng panyo ni Senior San sino man. Pinahid natin sa kanya, ipahid natin sa may sakit, gumaling. No, it's not that. Hindi pwede yan. So, ang dapat nating gagawin, yung sinabi ko kanina, tinulak siya, umalis, hindi na bumalik, may problema na sa kanya. So, bago mauwi sa sakit, we must do something about it. Doon papasok yung dextrose powder. We will have to rehydrate because nabago ang kanyang pagkain, nabago ang kanyang pag-inom ng tubig, and we will have to rehydrate in the form of dextrose powder. Now ngayon, pagka nagawa na natin yan, in a day, 2 or 3, normal na ulit siya. Isa pang pwedeng mangyari. Nakikipag-awan, kumain, Pag kumain, nakadunok lang ng isa, dalawa, or 3 beses, umalis na siya, pupunta sa isang sulok, nagsuka. Sir, nagsuka baboy ko. Yes, oo. Know what? Barado ang lalamunan, either inflamed, gawa ng mga kung anumang nagiging dahilan, but most likely gawa ng lamig na na-discuss natin earlier. Pwede din siyang nagkaroon ng plema because of the causes na na-discuss din natin earlier. Aalis siya dahil tinulak siya, or aalis siya dahil hindi na siya makakahinga, barado because sumikip ang lalamunan, nasalpakan pa ng pagkain. Barado ang lalamunan through plema, barado ang lalamunan dahil lumiit ang throat dahil nagmaga, lalagyan ng pagkain niya dahil ugaling baboy, lalaklak ng lalaklak. Ngayon sumikip, gigilid, isusuka niya. Then after niya ginawa yan, babalik siya. We will have to think, may problema tong baboy na to. So this early, itong mga baboy na to, masigla pa yan. Wala problema yan. Kaya lang, ang kapabayaan natin, we will have to make sure na ina-address natin yung baboy na titingnan natin on a very minute detail, ang pinakamaliliit na concerns. Na ngayon, pag nakita natin, ang pinakauna natin gagawin, only dextrose powder, ilagay natin sa pagkain. Lahatin na. And since hindi pa naman sakit yun, miraculously, gumaling siya. Hindi milagro ginawa natin. We do things na dararapat sa kanila. Now, ngayon, these are things na ginawa natin para maiwasan natin magkakaroon ng problema. Now, to boost the immune system, maybe this is off the usual na ginagawa ko because I do not really endorse anything. But, because of so many instances na nakikita ko, nakakatulong talaga sa industry and with thousands of testimonies. Isang bagay na nakakapagpalaki ng baboy natin. From 3 months after weaning, aabutin niya ng 90 hanggang 120 kilos. Sa manok, broiler at that, 45 days kung tawagin, we could get 1.2 kilos at 21 days and 1.8 kilos on 28 days. These are testimonies from Aloy Gamay and some other one. You could always verify with them kung paano nakakatulong. And I would like to tell you, it is really working. This product is in the market only locally, within Iloilo area muna initially. But I don't know, it was really siguro with an intervention from somebody. Bakit nagiging laganap ang market na ito? Ito, I don't know kung magiging visible. The Wind Dragon Strong Vita. The 10 grams. The Wind Dragon Strong Vita 150 grams. And the Wind Dragon Strong Vita, the 1 kilo. so many testimonies had been given now. I wouldn't be telling you all this if I do not believe. I had been using this for 15 years. So, itong mga feed premixes na ito has been helping me in the past 15 years. Proof of performance has been posted several times on Facebook. These are not copy-pasted na nakita natin maganda yung baboy, picture natin, isama user ni ganito. And Strong Vita has been in the market for 15 years. There was an attempt to copy or duplicate the name para sounds like. The very reason bakit ang Strong Vita was renamed into Wind Dragon Strong Vita. Now, I just hope I had been talking too much, sobra-sobra, but I felt of sharing you things na hindi nyo makukuha ordinarily with anywhere, with anybody, not even feed companies. Nobody has been talking so much about what I had been telling you, what I had been giving you. So, whatever na natutunan nyo sa post na ito, sa video na ito, please don't fail to share. Sharing is caring. Ayaw kong mangyari na ang Visayas region and including some parts of Mindanao and even those in Luzon na mostly are affected with ASF. If you're going to follow yung lectures ko dito, baka palang mabawasan natin yung cases of ASF because ang pagkakasakit naiiwasan. Preventions. Ngayon, sino tutulong sa ating backyard farmers? Pag walang magkakasakit, walang kikita. Pag walang, kahit na ako, hindi ako kikita pag walang nagkakasakit because I'm giving you everything for free. I had been doing this for the past 3 years now. I do not earn anything. In fact, gumagastos pa ako sa loob ko to give informations. And pagka may concerns kayo, please do PM me kung hindi niyo alam yung contact numbers. Talk to me. Call me. Minsan nakakasakit ng dibdib na parang nakikipag-usap ako. Ako pa nakikipag-usap. Call me. Para nakikipag-usap ko sa poste ng Meralco. I have the heart of helping you. Tutulungan ko kayo. So, I guess this is all for now. It's going to be very late for me. It's going to be 12 o'clock. Ngayon na ako nakaka-record ng tuloy-tuloy because earlier than this, hindi ko magagawa because messages pop up. Hala, dating nasisira yung diskarte ko. I am 57 years old last February 1. I do not belong to the generation you belong na social media, itong ganito, madali sa inyo. Nahihirapan ako. You talk to me, I will talk to you. So, this is all for now. Thank you. Thank you, thank you.